The 128th Maine Legislature has a lot on its plate, with more than 1,800 bill titles submitted for consideration.
Well, some of the titles stand out as strange to some observers, but one state senator is saying, don't judge a bill by its cover. There is no issue, according to Jess Gagne, or animal too small to be considered.
The bills submitted to the new Maine Legislature address important topics that you would expect, like social services and education, and a whole bunch that deal with marijuana. But there are some that look a bit quirky at first glance, especially the one pertaining to hedgehogs.
An act to allow unlicensed ownership of hedgehogs as pets.
It's one of Republican Senator Brakey's 37 bills, and an idea that came from his younger constituents. A sixth grader at this Mechanic Falls Elementary School wanted to make it easier to bring home this 4-pound spiky animal. Brakey says the way the laws in Maine stand right now, owning one of these tiny balled-up hedgehogs as a pet requires the same permits and fees as owning a much larger exotic animal.
If you want to get a chinchilla, if you want to get a guinea pig, well, that's easy. But if you want to get a hedgehog, you got to go through the same process it would take to get a tiger, and that's a little ridiculous.
Ridiculous enough to draft legislation for change. LD 938 may not be the most important bill those who walk these halls take up this session, but for Senator Brakey, having it on the list sends a bigger message. It shows local kids that their ideas are valued and gives them something to follow as it goes through the legislative process.
It's not just a good lesson for sixth graders, it's a good lesson for everyone. That as individual citizens of the state of Maine, we have a lot of power to have an influence on our government, and we should exercise that power.
Brakey says he already has other legislators who have signed on as co-sponsors, but there could always be some opposition.
You never know. Sometimes things come up that you wouldn't expect, but I'm always for cutting unnecessary bureaucracy and regulations wherever we can if it's not serving the people of Maine, and I think that this idea from a sixth grade student is a good idea.
Hedgehogs are awfully cute. This is not just something that has come from young kids, though. Senator Brakey represents Auburn, New Gloucester, Poland, Minot, and Mechanic Falls, and he says other communities and constituents have also approached him about laws surrounding hedgehogs.
I'd still rather have a tiger, personally, but that's just me.
Oh, they're so cute. Tigers are softer, though.